Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Eagles franchise. It's season 4 and Grant Delpit is going to miss the first game of this season. So we already have an injury from practice, but it's fine. We're going to play the New Orleans Saints at home and we're going to go over expectations. I expect this team to hopefully make the playoffs. This offense has become more and more explosive as the seasons have gone on, and I'm hoping that this trend will continue, and that is why I'm also selecting dominating offense here as our way to win games and dictate the flow of the game. We have got to put up some points because our defense is young, but they are not yet ready to be a top level defense, like a top 5 defense or anything. So yeah, we're gonna be passing a lot, and I hope that Christian Landry is up to the challenge. He has taken over this offense because we let Jalen Hurts go because of his inaccuracies, and we're gonna face him later this season. But first up, Norman Thomas, the Saints QB. They drafted him a couple of years back, and he has serious short, medium accuracy and average arm. They still have Alvin Kamara, who's going to be a problem, a mismatch for this defense with his great athleticism and, yeah, just evasiveness. Then they have Chase Claypool, they signed him. They have Michael Thomas. And yeah, they drafted a franchise left tackle a couple of years ago, Malcolm Newberry, with a solid foundation, but he still has some weaknesses in his game. They also drafted Bradley Brackens, who looks like a really solid edge rush prospect, but still a young guy, still has some developing to do. On the other side, it's going to be Marcus Davenport with great athleticism, 85 power moves, and he can wrap up the quarterback if he's in the backfield. So there's going to be some issues. And then Armon Watts in the middle of this defense. He was also a target of ours, but we ultimately decided to go another way. And yeah, Armon Watts looks like a solid choice too. Greedy Williams, they signed him. They still have Marshawn Lattimore. So 2 athletes with great speed and man coverability. And we're going to go into this game hoping to beat this team. Norman Thomas has a ways to go, but so has Christian Landry. This is in a lot of ways, these teams are really similar with their builds. They have young franchise quarterbacks that have some developing to do. They have young offensive lines and one of the better offensive lines in the game. Both teams, they have I guess the Saints probably have the better defense, the more well-rounded defense. But we're gonna start on offense. Christian Landry, first snap as a starting QB, and he does what he does best, 89 speed. And that is a first down, 24 yards. Christian Landry. 3rd and 4. Christian Landry is flushed out and he is taken down, and nobody open, and Marcus Davenport tracks him down. Injury for Armon Watts as well, as they punt the ball away, and it is going to be Norman Thomas with 89 throw power and good short and medium accuracy. He has this on display here. That is Chase Claypool with a 15-yard gain and converting it into a first down. Now 1st and 10. Alvin Kamara running to the outside. 2 people dive and don't have any success. Alvin Kamara down the sideline. That's 32 yards on his first run of the season. To the outside, a toss there. Now they go empty. Norman Thomas throws it to the flats. There's Alvin Kamara, and he has 8 more. 2nd and 2, Norman Thomas. He is flushed out, has a man open, and that is going to be a first down. 1st and goal, Norman Thomas from the 9-yard line. They set up a screen, and Alvin Kamara nowhere to go. It's Alonzo McFadden having his first impact, and he was a 2nd round pick. Second and goal. Norman Thomas flushed outside, goes down. It's Fletcher Cox with the first sack of the season. Fletcher Cox, still an Eagle, still going strong. 3rd and goal from the 16. And Thomas, nowhere to go. The ball is knocked loose and it is returned, but not even close. It's still a loss. Alonzo McFadden on the strip sack. And also Mike Middleton with a great play there to stop from converting. Alonzo McFadden and Jonathan Rivera combining on the sack here. Great play by both of them. 1st and 10 now. After the field goal attempt, 3-0. Christian Landry, nowhere to go. It's Marcus Davenport and Travis Maynard, who is starting at right tackle. This season, he's been having a rough time. Ball goes back to the Saints, and there's a first down. That is Norman Thomas, 5 of 5 on the day, handing it off on 3rd down and nowhere to go. It's Alonzo McFadden with the stop here and 4th down. Michael Thomas is injured. Is he coming out of the game? He is leaving the game into the locker room. They just lost their best player. 4th down, and this field goal try is no good. So the Eagles take over toward the end of the 1st quarter, and Matt Upshaw has a nice gain here. Upshaw gets the ball again, runs away from the defense. No, he does not, but still 12 yards. And that is a first down as well. Matt Upshaw is a rookie running back we drafted in the 3rd round, I think. And Landry's going. No, he's not going down. He is going down now. Marcus Davenport, and I think that's Cam Jordan, if I remember correctly. 1st and 15. And Norman Thomas is going down. Avonte Maddox in the backfield. Some stifling defense being played here on both teams. Nowhere to go for both offenses. Norman Thomas, they set up the screen. And Alvin Kamara, nowhere to go. It's Jalen Gilmore, the 4th cornerback. So they punt the football away. 1st and 10, Christian Landry has a man open. It's Mitch Slaughter, and that is a first down and then some. That's 23 yards. And Mitch Slaughter is just continuing where he left off in last season. Christian Landry motions in Mitch Slaughter, but throws it over the middle on 3rd and 7, and there is nowhere to go. That's double coverage, and he's lucky he wasn't picked off. This is a 57-yard field goal try, and Jake Elliott comes up short. Still tied at 3. 1st and 10, Norman Thomas throws it to the flats. That's Chase Claypool, now the new number 1 receiver. And he's got a first down here, 12 yards. 1st and 10, Norman Thomas, 4-man pressure, flushed outside, and he goes down. It's Alonzo McFadden. And he has yet another great play as he just straight up beat the left tackle and chases down the quarterback. Thomas doesn't have the greatest speed, so he can't get away from pressure as well. And now he has lots of time and finally gets to throw it away, and it is caught by the tight end. Thomas still perfect on the day, 11 of 11. And 2nd and 3 coming up here in the red zone. And Thomas is going down. Von Miller with his first sack as an Eagle. 3rd and 13 coming up. Yeah, Von Miller, he was not blocked at all. He just was able to go straight after the quarterback. He didn't have to beat any offensive lineman. He just ran over the quarterback. 3rd and 13, bunch to the right. And Thomas has some time. He needs to make a decision. Goes down. It's Jonathan Rivera with the sack. And he beats up Malcolm Newberry. Pushes him straight into the quarterback. And yeah, that was a great play by Jonathan Rivera. 1st and 10, motion for Mitch Slaughter. Christian Landry stands in the pocket, gets it away. This is Justin Douglas. Runs away from the defense, and the rookie receiver scores. Touchdown Eagles. It's Justin Douglas with the first score on the day. Touchdown Eagles, 10-3 ball game. He just ran away from the linebacker and the safety, and, well, there he goes. He's 6'5". He has 92 speed. He is dangerous. 2nd and 7. And this is Chase Claypool, guarded by Dante Jackson, but he can't break it up. And Tom is still perfect on the day, and the scoreboard does not reflect it. Alvin Kamara to the left side. They had an overload to the right side on the Eagles defense, and so, yeah, there was a lot of room for Alvin Kamara. Now, just across midfield, Norman Thomas stands stands tall in the pocket and has a man downfield, but it's broken up by Dante Jackson and Taylor Anderson. So there is some time left as Matt Upshaw runs it to the right side, gets out of their own end zone here. 3rd and 6 now for Christian Landry, and this is caught by Dallas Goedert, and he breaks 3 tackles, still running down the sideline, gets out of bounds with 52 seconds left. We're inside the 2-minute warning, and there is 3rd and 5 for Christian Landry. Can he find his man? It's Dallas Goedert, still running down the sideline. That's 17 yards for him. Actually, that's 22 yards. I'm sorry. Miscalculated. 1st and 10. Christian Landry throws it up to his guy, and this is intercepted. Devontae Smith in double coverage. No good idea here. And, yeah, that is intercepted by Greedy Williams. They also still have Paulson Adebo, by the way, so they have a great secondary. A lot better than the Eagles secondary. 1st and 10. Norman Thomas. Still a half a minute on the clock left, but that is going to end the half. Fletcher Cox back for his 2nd sack on the season. And we're at halftime. This is a 10-3 ball game. It's been a lot of defense, and the Eagles offense has not yet gotten into the rhythm. They allowed a few sacks here and there on Christian Landry, a few backwards plays here. But we're going to check out another game, and it's the Giants at the Bengals, as Joe Frazier and Joe Burrow are going head-to-head, and they're having kind of a similar day at halftime. So, yeah. We are going to look at another matchup as well, where 2 newly starting franchise QBs are going at it. Tevin McBath and Jason McElroy. And so far, Jason McElroy is having the better day. He is not a rookie quarterback, though. The Cowboys are leading the Buccaneers at halftime. So Dak Prescott looking good. Casey Madden with a 66-yard touchdown there. Great play. And there is Marquez Callaway with a 1st down for the Saints. 11 personnel for Norman Thomas, and he's flushed out and goes down. And no, he's not going down. Now he goes down. Alonzo McFadden couldn't bring him down on first try, but he's awarded with half a sack here at least. And so he has 2 sacks in his rookie debut performance. Norman Thomas standing tall in the pocket, but he goes down eventually. Fletcher Cox, you got to get rid of the football here. Fletcher Cox is really lighting it up today, as well as Alonzo McFadden, both of them having at least 2 sacks. And yeah, Christian Landry with 11 personnel on 3rd and 8, and Landry has his man. It's Devontae Smith, who is having a quiet start to this season, but here he is again, and he is down the sideline. Can he run away? No, he can't, but it's still 36 yards. And they are making strides toward the end zone. Devontae Smith just speed him straight up on the release. 1st and goal. Christian Landry has a man open. It's Dallas Goedert. 2nd touchdown on the season goes to the tight end, who's been complaining that he doesn't get the ball enough. But, yeah, he hopes that he can have a more productive season this year as well as the entire team. And there he has a touchdown for him. He also had the 2 big plays within the 2-minute warning. And now Alvin Kamara, nowhere to go. Mike Middleton with a great run stop, who's finally developing into a good starting linebacker. Norman Thomas throws it down the field. Marquez Callaway, incomplete. And that is going to end the drive for them. Punt back to the Eagles. And there is Matt Upshaw. And he has his first catch of his NFL career. 13 yards here. 2nd and 6. Play action bootleg for Christian Landry. Tries to outrun Marcus Davenport. And he does. And turns it upfield. That's 11 yards. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a lot more than just 11 yards. But yeah. 3rd and 6 coming up now. Christian Landry in the field goal, within field goal range, and he goes down. He's running around inside the pocket, and then it at the end is sacked. So that's a field goal added for the Eagles, making it still a 3-score game. And there is another pass breakup for Callaway. This time it's Taylor Anderson. 1st and 10, Christian Landry throws it down the field. It's Devontae Smith, and he has 24 more yards. Great play by Smith here, beating his corner on the line. Kenneth Gainwell runs it up the left side, jukes out multiple defenders, and that's 14 yards here to the 10-yard line. And now we're at the goal line. 3rd and goal. Got to get a touchdown. Christian Landry to Mitch Slaughter, and that's a touchdown, Eagles. This game has gotten out of hands. In the second half, Saints offense still not doing anything. The Eagles offense, though, finally getting into the rhythm. In the first half, Christian Landry was not on the money all that much, but this time he is. 3rd and 7, screen setup for Alvin Kamara, and he is down the field with a 13-yard gain. Norman Thomas, 17 of 23. Another screen set up as Alvin Kamara stiff arms Mike Middleton out of the way, and then Dante Jackson can't make the tackle. So that's great. 1st and 10. Norman Thomas in between the seam, and yeah, Taylor Anderson breaks it up. 2nd and 10. Thomas throws almost an interception. Jalen Gilmore, you gotta take it away there, man. 3rd and 10. Norman Thomas throws it to the sideline, and that's caught by Callaway. Norman Thomas, 11 personnel. He has some time, gets rid of it, and that is Chase Claypool with a 14-yard gain and moving the chains, and now at the goal line. 3rd and goal, gotta punch it in. Alvin Kamara, nowhere to go, and that is 4th and goal. Great play by Alonzo McFadden and Coco Washington. 4th down. They're going to run it up the middle, and Washington is too late this time. Touchdown Saints, it's Alvin Kamara. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. We're nearing the end of the game, and this is still a 3-score game. Can you make it a 2-score game? Yes, you can. 16-point game now. And now the Eagles are going to have to drain the rest of this clock. And Matt Upshaw is starting that. That's a 1st down. Actually close. 8 yards. 2nd and 9 coming up now. Christian Landry. They are going to throw it now. And this is Mitch Slaughter fighting ahead, getting the 1st down yardage. And 2-minute warning is here. 3rd and 2. Can you move the chains? Motion for Mitch Slaughter. They are going to throw for it. And Slaughter has the conversion. Timeout Saints. And this game is over. The Eagles managed to win this game, having a 27-11 win, allowing only 1 touchdown on this high-powered Saints offense, featuring a young but emerging QB, a still great Alvin Kamara, a great offensive line, but they are missing, without a doubt, they are missing Michael Thomas. They had a great completion percentage, but that is about it for the Saints. Christian Landry turned it around in the second half. The first half was not really anything like him. And Alvin Kamara, they were able to contain him. Matt Upshaw had a great game in his rookie season. He split carries with Kenneth Gainwell, who did not have the greatest carries. And then through the air, Devontae Smith, 83 yards on 4 receptions. Dallas Goedert, 69 and a score. Alvin Kamara also had 56 through the air, so that's great. Justin Douglas, only 1 catch, but it's a 52-yard touchdown. So that's great. Mitch Slaughter gets more of the short completions here, but he also had a touchdown. And Yeah, Travis Maynard had a really tough day against Marcus Davenport, that's for sure. Also, Cesar Ruiz had a tough day against this guy named Fletcher Cox, who also had 4 tackles for loss, just like Marcus Davenport. Fletcher Cox, man, 3 sacks. This dude, he knows how to get it. Mike Middleton also had a great day, 7 tackles and 2 TFLs. Marcus Davenport, 3.5 sacks. But Fletcher Cox also 3 sacks. Jonathan Rivera 2 sacks. Alonzo McFadden 2 sacks. Von Miller a sack. That is 8 sacks. And then Avonte Maddox on a DB blitz. That's 9 sacks. Unbelievable. Also 1 pick for Greedy Williams. I just got too greedy there. Jonathan Rivera forced the forced fumble here. And yeah, that's about it for this game. The key to victory. Yeah, I think in this game the key to victory absolutely was pass rush. 9 sacks, are you kidding me? Norman Thomas did not have a chance. I mean, I guess he had a few chances. He had a few plays where he had a million seconds time, but he didn't throw it because there is a good secondary behind that defensive line of the Eagles. And so, yeah, we also had an injury from that game. Chris Matlock on special teams got hurt and tore his labrum, so he's going to miss 3 games. And with that, we're gonna move on against to the next game against Lamar Jackson. Can we sack him, or can we have the blanket coverage that we need? We're gonna try to sack him here. He is a really mobile quarterback, and you gotta pressure him all the time. You gotta put him on his heels and create a situation where he can't throw comfortably so that the rhythm of the offense can be broken. And so, yeah, Mike Middleton has a breakout chance here. We're gonna try to do this. We have to get him 1 INT or 1 forced fumble, 1 TFL, something like that. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that. Lamar Jackson, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Actually, he is the best at 99 overall. Rashad Bateman is his top target, 92 speed, 85 catching, 91 catch in traffic, 87 deep route running, great release. They also drafted Dakota Austin, who has hidden development, 87 speed, 90 excel, 79 catching, and still a average run blocker at tight end. They also, a couple years ago, drafted Chris Flynn, who was a really solid prospect that I looked at, and he's starting here. He got the starting spot right away. And they also drafted Derek Brooks a year ago, who I wanted to draft and did not because it was too late. And yeah, he looks like a really solid right tackle here. They also drafted Manny Richardson a couple years ago, and he looks good as well. Still has a ways to go, but he's at 80 power moves now, so that's kind of dangerous. Damar Hamilton, 89 acceleration, 84 finesse moves. That is dangerous. He's going to come off Travis Maynard's edge. So there's yet another highly athletic edge rusher here for Travis Maynard. And then they signed Keanu Neal with his great athleticism and hit power tackling. They also have Andrew Johnson, who's not starting, but he is going to get on the field a few times, and he looks like a really solid safety if they ever lose one to free agency. So they are really building this roster up to be ready for the few years that are going to come here. And with that being said, I think the Ravens are the favorites to win this game. They have the better offensive line, they have the better defense, and they have a 99 overall quarterback. They should win this game. They are the better team. But I think our pass rush is nothing to be ashamed of. 9 sacks in the first game is ridiculous. And Christian Landry in the second half, he really showed what he's worth. Almost perfect in the second half. We're going to start on offense. 11 personnel. Landry throws it to his tight end. That's Dallas Goedert. 10 yards, first down. And just like that, they are moving the ball. At the 39 now, Christian Landry Scrambles outside the pocket and runs it back the middle, and that is a first down, 13 yards for Landry, nobody open, and he just takes off. First and 10, Christian Landry under pressure goes down, blitz came in, and he did not react at all. Keanu Neal with the sack. Second and 21, play action for Landry. And there is a man open. This is Doug Washington. First down. And that is a huge gain. That is 25 yards to Washington. First and 10. Christian Landry. 4-man pressure. And the left tackle got beaten by Damar Hamilton. Third and 12 now. Christian Landry has a man open. It's Devontae Smith, his chain mover. Landry, 4 of 5 for 58 yards. That's a solid start to the game here. Split backfield, motion for Devontae Smith. And Landry has some time. He gets it away. It's Justin Douglas. And he's down to the 1. Brought down by Deshaun Elliott. First and goal coming up. 11 personnel. Handoff. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown Eagles. The Eagles have a great opening drive to this game. Take off 5 minutes off the clock and cap it off with a touchdown. Lamar Jackson had a great game to start the season as well, and he has an empty backfield to start this game, and he has nowhere to go. Throws it away on 3rd and 5, and that leads to a punt. Handoff, Matt Upshaw runs it to the outside and gets out of bounds with 12 yards and a first down. 11 personnel once again. Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield, and Landry just starts to scramble, and he turns upfield, runs away from the defense, out of bounds, and that is a 36-yard gain. Second and 2. Christian Landry has a man open. It's Mitch Slaughter, and that's 7 of 8 for 96 yards. Now they are looking to cap it off. It's Mitch Slaughter. Touchdown Eagles. Just like that, it is a 14-0 lead for the Eagles. This Ravens defense has not been a match for this offense. Matt Slaughter with a touchdown in this game, and he was wide open. 3rd and 5, and Lamar Jackson throws it to the sideline, and it is caught. Unbelievable. What a catch. First down for Tyler Boyd. 2nd and 4. Lamar Jackson throws it to the flats, and that is caught. And a first down here after absorbing the hit. 2nd and 8, and Lamar Jackson keeps it. It's a keeper, and Taylor Anderson saves the touchdown. 10 yards still, got him a first down. 2nd and 7 coming up. Motion, and nowhere to go for this guy. That is a TFL for Alonzo McFadden, who once again is having an impact on this game. 3rd and 6. Lamar Jackson is going down, and there is Jonathan Rivera and Fletcher Cox in the backfield, who are having great games. 2nd and 10 for Christian Landry after the punt, and Kenneth Gainwell, actually after the field goal, I'm sorry. Kenneth Gainwell runs it up the middle, and that is a first down. Now 11 personnel, still Gainwell, and he receives the handoff, bulldozes one defender. That's 13 yards in the first down, and there is an injury. It's Damar Hamilton, and he's going to come out of the game. 2nd and 5, Kenneth Gainwell runs it up the left side, falling ahead. That's 17 yards. 5 rushes for 46 yards. Gainwell having a nice day. 2nd and 10, Christian Landry stands tall in the pocket. It's Upshaw turning it upfield down the sideline. Can he get to the end zone? No, he can't. Still 27 yards through the air. Upshaw, great game here up until now. The offense looking to score here. For a 2nd and goal from the goal line. Touchdown Slaughter. It's yet another Slaughter touchdown. And this defense is getting slaughtered. It's a 21-3 game, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, and J.K. Dobbins nowhere to go. McFadden in the backfield again. He is putting on the pressure. 3rd and 12, Lamar Jackson. And he unleashes one, and that is caught down the sideline. Great play. And a first down. 5 minutes left, and J.K. Dobbins breaks a couple tackles. Runs it down the sideline as Chris Madden shoves him out of bounds after 24 yards. And Dobbins finally having an opening here. 1st and 10, 3 tight ends to the right side. And Dobbins has another crease here. That's 12 yards. And now he's at 5.6 a carry. 1st and goal. And this is a fullback dive actually. Touchdown Ravens. And they are going to cut this lead. It's Kilgore. 1st and 10, Upshaw up the right side, running away from the defenders, weaving through the secondary, and that's a great gain. 1st down. And now, 2.5 minutes left, and Landry unloads one down the field. Devontae Smith, and he pulls it down. What a play. Devontae Smith is unbelievable, and he showed it here once more. Kenneth Gainwell into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. And that's a 28-10 lead. Up by 3 scores again. And the Ravens have 2 minutes left in this half to cut the lead again. And there is a man down the field, and he's run out of bounds after a 33-yard gain. 3rd and 10. Lamar Jackson has some time. Man gets loose. He throws it to Tyler Boyd. That's 9 yards. And 4th down. So they add a field goal. And the Eagles actually get the ball back with a minute left to play and 2 timeouts. Matt Upshaw runs it up the field. Gets out of bounds after breaking a tackle. That's 24 yards. Christian Landry with a spread out offense look here, and he just is gonna run it. And he actually breaks a tackle, runs out of bounds with the 1st down yardage. He's at 61 yards rushing in this game. Can you believe it? Landry scrambling again, runs it up the field down the sideline, and he heads out of bounds at the 11. 33 yards, still 2 timeouts left and 30 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 3, Christian Landry throws, and that's a touchdown. It's Matt Upshaw, and he has a score as well. They are beating down this defense by a margin, man. We're at halftime, and of course, if you enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. 22-point lead for the Eagles. It's a 3-touchdown game now, and I don't think there is any coming back from that, if you ask me. That offense is too dominant. We're gonna look at the Chicago Bears and the Patriots. The Bears lose, and the Patriots are starting the season 2-0. Miles Sanders having a day, 79 yards and a touchdown here. We're gonna look at another game. Marcus Mariota losing to the Colts. Both teams 1-1. Eric Randolph with his first victory in the NFL. And we're going to look at a few other games. As you can see above the Cardinals game, the Washington football team loses to the Panthers. And we're going to get back to this game now, as Lamar Jackson breaks a tackle by Mike Middleton, and that's a loss. And Levante David helped out Mike Middleton there. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words. This is Lamar Jackson, and he has a man open again, and this is Halden. A great play by Mark Andrews. I think that is his second catch, actually. And handoff to J.K. Dobbins. This one's a close one. 4th down and inches. Do you go for it, or do you take the field goal? They take the field goal. Still 19-point game. Matt Upshaw to the left side, and that is a huge crease. That's 9 yards. Odafe Owe injured on the play, so there is yet another edge rusher leaving the game, and he's leaving into the locker room. He's not going to come back. So that is pretty bad for this Ravens defense. 2nd and 1, Landry decides to scramble again and is going to slide safely after a 15-yard pickup. Goal line personnel, 3rd and 1. Chuba Hubbard, nowhere to go. His first run on the game. And 4th down. They are gonna go for it. Chuba Hubbard is met again. That's a loss. And Lamar Jackson can have the ball back and has an opportunity now. And this should have been picked off by Avonte Maddox. 4th down. And they have to punt it away. Christian Landry going down. There is the sack. It's Wheatley. 4th down and 12. 2nd and 6. Motion for a tight end. Handoff to J.K. Dobbins. Huge crease up the middle. Dragged down from behind by Taylor Anderson. That's a huge gain. And Dobbins crosses 100 yards on the day. 3rd and 13. Lamar Jackson at the sideline. This time it's broken up by Chris Madden. Great play. 1st and 10 for Christian Landry after the punt. And there's a man open. It's Doug Washington. That's a 1st down to end the 3rd quarter. Christian Landry trips to the left. Landry has a man not open. This is intercepted, and it is Marlon Humphrey. And he is taken down by Dallas Goedert. That was a very ill-advised throw. Landry should have just ran it. 1st and 10. And Lamar Jackson has a man open, and there's a fumble by Grant Delpit as Mike Middleton falls on the ball. What a huge turnover here. Grant Delpit just lays out Tyler Boyd, and they recover the football. Christian Landry having a day, and they are going to just run this clock down as there is an injury to Chris Haas, the right guard. So Landon Dickerson's in the game. Landry over the middle. It's Devontae Smith running away from the defense. Can Marlon Humphrey take him down? He's out at the 1. Devontae Smith steps out at the 1, but still a huge game for him. 1st and 10, 1st and goal actually to Christian Landry, and that is a touchdown to Slaughter, and now he has 3 on the day. 1st and goal, and that's a touchdown for the Eagles, and they seal this game. This is over. There is nowhere to go for Lamar Jackson. Everything's covered up. He just has to dump it off basically every time to his running backs and tight ends. And yeah. Split backfield now for Jackson. Clean pocket now, and finally taken down. This is Jonathan Rivera, and he's in the backfield again, causing havoc. 3rd and 17 for Jackson. They set up the screen, and J.K. Dobbins nowhere to go. Chris Madden on the stop, even a TFL here. 4th and 18, and Jackson has some time, throws it up, and this is almost intercepted by Chris Madden, who has been locked down in these first 2 games. That's a turnover on downs. Christian Landry has a man open. That's Dallas Goedert. And that's a 1st down, and they're just looking to run out this clock. Matt Upshaw to the left side, juking out one defender, and his own teammate stopped him there. 2nd and 2. Can you end the game here? This is Matt Upshaw to the goal line, scoring touchdown. Matt Upshaw having his first rushing touchdown of his career. And he is showing some promise here with the moves. Great play by Upshaw here. Faking out one defender, falling ahead into the end zone. And yeah, this game is basically over. Half a minute on the clock, 49-16. And Lamar Jackson throws it to his running back. There is a TFL for Jonathan Rivera, and this game is over. What a unbelievable victory for this Eagles offense. Even for the defense, that was great defense as well. Allowing 16 points to Lamar Jackson is kind of unbelievable, I'd say. So yeah, Christian Landry 19-26 for 315, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Can't do it any better than that. Christian Landry had also 116 on the ground. And J.K. Dobbins had 113. They couldn't stop him really. Matt Upshaw, 72 and a touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, 65 and 2 scores. So that's 7 touchdowns total by this offense. Devontae Smith, yet again, huge day, 139 through the air. Matt Upshaw had 62 and a touchdown. And Doug Washington had 38 here. Mitch Lauder he had 3 touchdowns, but only 28 yards. That's kind of ridiculous. It was just a red zone threat in this game. But yeah, 3 touchdowns, that's great. Grant Delpit had the most tackles. Jonathan Rivera, 3 TFLs. As there's a lot of players with TFLs in this game. QB sacks, Jonathan Rivera pulling away 1.5 sacks. And that was it for the, Fletcher Cox had a half sack here. Marlon Humphrey with the pick, and Chris Madden played great. Forced fumbles by Grant Delpit. He had a great hit there on Tyler Boyd. And the Eagles are 2-0. And we win against Lamar Jackson, and that is going to complete a challenge of ours. And we had some really dominating offense in that game, but also some stifling defense. So yeah, we contained Lamar Jackson. He couldn't run it at all. And Mike Middleton didn't get it. We allowed a few too many yards for it to be the team goal, and Middleton himself didn't have anything. We also lose Chris Haas, the right guard, in this game. He's going to miss 2 more games, and well, his place is going to be taken by Landon Dickerson. Christian Landry also wins Player of the Week with his elite performance: 315 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, 116 rushing yards. So that's great. And we have our first mock draft, and this is bullshit, because I can tell you that Joe Hart is not going to get drafted by the Chargers. If that happens in the draft, I can tell you right now, I will trade this somehow around with some other team, because this is ridiculous. And then down the list, we have a few interesting prospects. There's a lot of offensive linemen in this top half of the first round that look pretty promising, but Jermaine Hanna is the main one for me. Jermaine Hanna and Stephon Brown are the 2 players that look so dominant that I want to take him. And I can already tell you that cornerback is it's going to be our biggest need. And I'm going to scout cornerbacks. My favorite prospect, though, is DeMonte Burgess. Huge athleticism, 6'1", 197. I just hope the coverage is there. I might trade up for him as well. And then down the board, we have Dante Alexander, who looks like a really great middle linebacking prospect. There is another tackle there. But all in all, I think this draft class is a little bit disappointing. Jesse Saunders looks great, by the way. Aaron Hale is also a great cornerback prospect that I am looking at right now. And yeah, Devontae Smith, he looks like an absolute monster. And yeah, I declined his 5th-year option because we're going to sign him. And this deal has got to be realistic. He is going to earn a lot of money. That is going to be 6 years worth, $26.5 million each season. I think this is a fair deal. If you look at the receiver contracts around the league in the real life right now, Devontae Smith is just on par with that, and he had a huge season last year. He looks like an absolute stud. He's only 25 years old, and he's going to stay on this team for a long time. He's an absolute monster as a route runner. Tevin McBath is going to be a pretty great quarterback as well. I'd say our next game is against the Titans, and we're going to face him with 92 throw power and average ratings. Actually accuracy ratings. And then Derrick Henry, wow. I fear him. He probably is going to have 1,000,000 yards against us because our run defense is not great. Kawhi Green is his backup, and he also looks great. And if there is some time in the future where I might consider taking or trading for him, yeah, I will look at that. Nicholas Hayward, and yeah, we know him from the Dallas Cowboys. He got cut and they picked him up. They also got Quez Watkins. We know that guy too. 98 speed. He's a former Eagle with no release at all. Lionel Hargrave is a great prospect they drafted last year. He has hit in dev and he looks really solid against the run and the pass. Chaz Surratt is a middle linebacker of theirs with the great speed and excel, great tackling and hit power. I had to cut him because he was getting older than the rest of our linebacking core, so yeah. And they still have Christian Fulton, and yeah, this all looks really good for the Tennessee Titans. I think they also still have Kevin Byard, if I remember correctly. And this is going to be a fun game, I'd say. Tevin McBath in his rookie season. We'll see what he can do. But it's Sunday night football. It's prime time, man. And Christian Landry is having a really solid start to the season. Maybe he can turn off the interceptions for once in this game. 2nd and 7 coming up now. Eagles starting on offense, and Kenneth Gainwell has a path to the left side. That's 12 yards. Now there's an RPO, and that is wide open. It's Mitch Slaughter trying to run away from the defense, but Hooker tracks him down. Still, nice gain, 21 yards for Mitch Slaughter. 3rd and 8 coming up now at the edge of field goal range, and Landry has a man open. It's Devontae Smith starting to pay off his massive deal. And yeah, he gets, I think that's 12 yards. 3rd and 5, Christian Landry, that's in the ground. That's 4th down, and that is going to result in a field goal try. And Jake Elliott shanks it. Sunday night primetime, still tied at 0. And Derrick Henry breaks a couple tackles here. That's a first down. Actually, that's 9 yards. That's not quite a first down, but still. 2nd and 1 coming up now. 11 personnel. Derrick Henry to the right side, and he runs away from the defense. Brought down after a 23-yard pickup. 3rd and 5 now for Tevin McBath. Can he move the chains? Blitz is coming in. 5-man pressure. Throws it to the sideline. Nowhere to go for Hayward. That is out of bounds. This is a 54-yard try, and this one is also shanked to the left. Still tied at 0. Great field position for the Eagles to take over. Matt Upshaw up the middle. That's 12. 11 personnel. Actually, that's 10 personnel. And Matt Upshaw gets the handoff, runs it to the sideline, and gets tackled at the 3. Christian Landry, 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Mitch Slaughter. And he has the score here. That's the first score of the game. 7-0 for the Eagles at the end of the first quarter. Tevin McBath, first out, hands it off to Derrick Henry. Runs it to the left side. Shoves away Taylor Anderson, and he gets the first down, 11 yards. But if he had kept to the outside, I think he would have scored probably with his speed. McBath, 11 personnel, and McBath is under pressure and goes down. This is Alonzo McFadden with yet another sack. Christian Landry over the middle. It's Devontae Smith, and that's a first down and then some. 3rd and 9 now. Christian Landry almost intercepted by Hooker. What do you do now? You punt it away. It's still 7-0. Tevin McBath, and he has some time, and he rolls to the outside, throws cross body, and that is caught by A.J. Brown, who they still have, by the way. So they have a nice little receiving core there with A.J. Brown, Nicholas Hayward, Quez Watkins, and then Tevin McBath at the sideline, and that's caught by Nicholas Hayward. 1st and 10, Tevin McBath. It's play action, and there's a man open, and that's a first down to, was that Quez Watkins with the 12? I'm not sure. 2nd and 6, and this is incomplete. Kawhi Green couldn't bring it down. 3rd and 6 coming up. Was knocked away by Chris Madden, by the way. And this one is caught, and Chris Madden just about knocked it away from the last play, and then this time he gets beaten badly. 15-yard gain, and this is a touchdown. Too easy. A.J. Brown. And the Tennessee Titans are tying up the game at 7. Now this is some I formation, and Christian Landry is under pressure going down. It's Lionel Hargrave, the rookie edge rusher, getting the sack here on 3rd down. That's going to result in a punt and great field position as Mike Middleton finally makes the great stop on Derrick Henry in the backfield. 3rd and 11, Tevin McBath. And he has a man open on the comeback, and it's broken up by Lavonte David and Chris Madden. 4th down, they're gonna punt it away. Christian Landry on 3rd and 2. He has a man. This is incomplete for Mitch Slaughter. And they are gonna punt it right back. Great field position now for McBath. And he has some time, gets out of the way, and that is cut. This is Derrick Henry at the sideline, and Dante Jackson couldn't break it up. 1st and 10. Derrick Henry up the middle, nowhere to go. It's Ken Chancellor, the rookie linebacker. First time that he has made a play in this season. McBath, 2nd and 12. Throws it over the middle, and this is caught, and this is Watkins. And that is a 1st down for the former Eagle. 2nd catch for him. 3rd and goal now. Tevin McBath from the 11. And he is flushed out and misses his target. That is going to be 4th down and a field goal try, as Von Miller was closing in on the quarterback. 10-7 ball game. Christian Landry deep drop back, and this is Dallas Goedert falling ahead down the field. That is 21 yards. And now we're a half a minute away from halftime. Christian Landry throws it, corner, Upshaw down to the goal line. Tackled at the 1, timeout Eagles. Tackled at the 1. What a shot for Christian Landry. In between 3 defenders, he just finds the window, and that's a touchdown for the Eagles. This is Doug Washington, first touchdown of the season, and I really gotta change that jersey for him. He has horrible, disgusting sleeves. Gotta change it at some point. 14-10 ball game. They just about got in with the lead again, and we're gonna look at some games around the league. Since this is Sunday night football, we're gonna have some finals here. Saints win it over the Chiefs, who are 0-3. Pat Mahomes not having a great season. Norman Thomas is, though. They are bouncing back from that opening week loss to the Eagles in a big way. Then divisional matchup here. Giants looking horrible against the football team, who are at 1-2 now, just like the Giants. And Drew Grooms had a great day on offense. Other games around the league include where is the Cowboys? Oh, they beat the Cleveland Browns by a lot. 36-14 is the last game on the right side. 3rd and 3 for McBath to start the second half here, and nowhere to go for Derrick Henry. Great play by Alonzo McFadden. He is making plays. 3rd and 5. They drop out of the double A gap look, and Dallas Goedert can't hang on. 11-23, and Christian Landry is back in a hole again. 3 tight ends in the game. Derrick Henry down the left sideline now, and that is a huge run. That's 22 yards to Henry. Tackled out of bounds by Taylor Anderson. Now inside the red zone, McBath throws it, and that is almost intercepted. Avonte Maddox has had a couple of chances. And now Kawhi Green up the middle, falling ahead, and that's 8 yards for Green. 2nd and goal, handoff to the fullback, and that's a touchdown. It's Alex Sarma, and they're taking the lead right back on this opening drive. Christian Landry has some time, stands tall in the pocket, has a man open. It's Doug Washington, brought down immediately, but that's a first down. And finally, they're getting back on track. Inside field goal range, Kenneth Gainwell, 3rd and 3, nowhere to go. Great play by Chaz Surratt, the former Eagle and former Viking. 3rd and 4 now for Tevin McBath after the Eagles added the field goal, and Madden did it again. Went for the pick and let Nicholas Hayward score a touchdown. So the Tennessee Titans right back at it. Christian Landry halfway through the 4th quarter. You've got to close in on the game, and Doug Washington has a huge gain there. That is, I think, 18 yards or something like that. Christian Landry split backfield, motions in Mitch Slaughter, and there's a man open. It's Justin Douglas, and he's got the first down. On 2nd and 10, he gets 17, and they're at the edge of the red zone. 3rd and 6 now, coming up, 11 personnel. 3rd and 6 here for the Eagles. It's Dallas Goedert, brought down by Chaz Surratt, but it's a first down. 2nd and goal. Can you punch it in now? We're half a minute away from the end of the game. Touchdown, Matt Upshaw. Can you tie it up now with the extra point? Matt Upshaw with yet another receiving touchdowns. The drafted receiver converted to running back is having a great season, as Derrick Henry powers through. And Graham Gano needs about the 36-yard line, but we're going to overtime. This has been a really great game, and these teams are fighting for it. So we're gonna look who wins the coin toss. Landry and Middleton down there to do the coin toss, and the Eagles actually won it to receive the opening kickoff here in overtime, and they have a chance to end this game. And Matt Upshaw runs it up the middle. That's a first down. If you make it that easy, this game is going to be over very soon. I formation now on 2nd and 7, and Kenneth Gainwell nowhere to go. 3rd and 8, Christian Landry from the logo, and he goes down, hit as he throws. 4th down, and you gotta punt it now. That loss on 2nd down was critical. It allowed the defense to close in on Landry as he wanted it to throw. So they punt it away to McBath, and Derrick Henry runs it up the left side, breaks one tackle, upended by Grant Delpit. Henry now at 148 on the ground. They are giving him the ball a lot. 1st and 10, Henry up the right side, breaks, does not break a tackle, but it's still a first down. And we're inside the 2-minute warning now of the overtime. And if the Titans score here at the end of field goal range, this game is over. Tevin McBath gets it away. That's caught. And that is a first down to Jonnu Smith. 3rd and 7, 48 seconds left in the half. And McBath throws it up into the end zone, broken up by Madden. And that's 4th down. It comes down to this field goal, as the Eagles are going to lose the 3rd game of the season and drop to 2-1 on the season. Graham Gano with the winning field goal. And this episode ends on a sad note now. The Eagles were not able to beat up this defense just like they did it a week ago against the Ravens, and yeah, our defense was not as good as the Titans defense. They somehow managed to win it, and Tevin McBath, who was having kind of a hard season to start this year, he manages to get the win here and moves the ball effectively. He didn't need to play great, he just needed to move it effectively for Derrick Henry. And Landry did not have a great game at all. He had 3 touchdowns and no picks, but those were 3 tosses easily. Derrick Henry, 30 touches and 176 on the ground. Matt Upshaw had a great day on the ground as well. And Dallas Goedert was leading receiver at 65. Quez Watkins had 53 yards. Devontae Smith kind of quiet. Doug Washington kind of quiet. Mitch Slaughter even quieter. No great game for this offense. Grant Delpit flying all over the field in this game. And Alonzo McFadden, the sole, how do you say, like, happy point of this game. He had 1 sack and 2 TFLs. No picks in this game. And yeah. Panthers, Vikings, Cardinals, Buccaneers. 4 NFC teams are unbeaten to this point in the season, and they're gonna try to move ahead. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Eagles franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.